How's it going, everyone? James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that former UFC heavyweight champion Junior Dos Santos along with Alistair Overeem have both been released from the UFC. MMA Junkie with the story. I'm going to bring them up here. The story, MMA Junkie, as you can see. UFC parts ways with former champion Junior Dos Santos and contender Alistair Overeem, who's actually a former title challenger. There you go. Honestly, I'm not that surprised by this. I see a lot of people on social media being like, it's an outrage. They're signing Contender Series fighters. I mean, I get it. Look, like these guys are not going to be champions anytime soon, especially JDS. He was on a much worse losing streak, lately. So not too surprising here. Both had really good careers. I mean, Junior Dos Santos is a former heavyweight champion. He did quite well here. Let's take a quick look at their records here. You see here, 37 years old for JDS. He's been with the UFC forever. Look at this, though. 4 straight losses, all finishes. I mean, are people really surprised by this? Maybe I'm being a little naive here. I know they're big names, but like, what do you do here? They just gave JDS a prospect in Cyril Gahn. He lost to him. So what do you do with him? You gave him a prospect. He didn't pass that test. To me, it's not that surprising there in terms of JDS getting released here. I know a lot of these guys are contenders. They're tough. Nagano, Blades, Rosenstruik, but I mean, still, what are you going to keep giving him prospects? I just don't see the need for it. He comes with a hefty price tag. It makes sense to me. I'm not against JDS getting cut. Overeem, I could see that people being upset by this one a little bit more. Although, 40 years old. And again, coming off the loss to Volkov here, like he's not going on a run for heavyweight title again. I mean, he had the title shot already a couple years ago against Stipe, lost that fight. Like him losing here, he's not going to fight anytime soon. You've got John Jones in the division. You've got, Cyril Gahn winning last weekend. You've got Lewis on a winning streak. You've got Volkov. Like he's behind all these guys, right? So I just don't see where Overeem fits at this point. And again, he doesn't come cheap. And I know, look, like I'm the guy that will be the first to tell you I want to see the fighters get paid more. But at the same time, like what are you really getting from Overeem at this point other than, potentially his health being at risk even more? There's a lot of knockout losses here for Overeem. Look, knockout loss, knockout loss. I mean, he's had, I think, as many knockout wins as he's had in the UFC. He's been knocked out a lot as well. So I like both these guys. I'm a huge fan. Let me just get back on the screen. I like both of these guys, but honestly, I think it was time to move on. I mean, again, what are you getting with JDS at this point? You're giving him prospects to build off of. I mean, do you want to see JDS finish his career like that? I don't. Same thing with Overeem. He was going to get a prospect after this because he lost to Volkov. He's not a contender anymore. So I'm not entirely shocked by this. I don't think it's the worst move in the world. There's been worse cuts, in my opinion, than these two. There is that connection, obviously, with Overeem and Scott Coker from his Strikeforce days when he was champion. Maybe he ends up there. I could see that being a possibility for sure. For JDS, I honestly think it's time for him to hang him up just with how many losses he's had in a row. He's just not the same fighter he once was, and I would be totally fine if JDS decided to retire. If Overeem retired, same thing. No issue there. Again, I'm a guy behind the camera here, but honestly, I think more times than not, it's better to see older fighters retire than try and risk their health and continue going forward. I don't want to see them in Bellator. I don't want to see them in bare knuckle fighting, that type of stuff, right? So we'll see what happens there. Honestly, I think Ryzen might even be a good option for Overeem. He has a huge fan base in Japan from his time in Dream and K1, so that could be an option for him as well. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you think is next for both guys. What do you want to see next in terms of, do you want to see JDS or Overeem in Bellator? Or do you think it's time for them to hang it up? Let me know in the comments. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It goes a long way to helping out this channel. Again, I want to hear from you guys what you think should happen next with both fighters, and what do you think is going to happen? Would love to hear from you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow for the Q&A. Thanks so much for watching.